Alright, welcome back. This is going to be beginners versus SMC for the next game. So we are getting ready to hop on the game now. It's going to be about 1 minute.
All right, so I guess we are live right now, live to the people, to all of the people, all of them. Echo. Just gonna no. Oh, I just.
Smoils, are you good to go? We got enough time. I mean, the time's elapsed.
We're waiting for the streamers. The streamers told us to wait till they're ready.
All right, we're ready.
Yeah,
you can go. You can go when ready.
Oh yeah, but you said expect them to then confirm that they're actually ready.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right.
I thought you said just count
About a minute, and then you expect the confirmation rather than like just silence.
All right, good luck, both of you. Have fun.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun, guys. SMC, we're good to go.
Yeah. Congratulations.
We are good to go. We are good to go.
Yeah,
All right,
hey,
perfect.
it's good to see you guys here again, man. Cheers. We'll see you on the
Yeah.
other side.
You too.
Yeah, sure.
Have a good one.
All right, let's get into this game.
Windows smiles.
All right, so we're live with the first round from on Bazaar for beginners versus SMC. So it looks like, oh, I'm alone, looks like. Alright, so it looks like Marsok is the attacking team right now. It's gonna be SMC. The objective is gonna be the objective. So we can see SMC take some early aggression to on the north side of the map here. Are you with me right now?
Yep, Killinger is down, and we have beginners versus SMC. Beginners versus SMC Tactical. Round one. Sorry, I had technical difficulties with my microphone. I wondered why nobody was responding. So we can see here that SMC Tactical have pushed up aggressively, very aggressively on the objective. We've got 2 players just above the objective. 1 player, Sickness, getting a line of sight. Smoils takes him down.
They're getting some heavy aggression here in the on the top floor of the Bazaar buildings. You can see
Four.
You can see
4
George.
versus 4. Sorry to interrupt. Not bad. Oh, Sandstorm.
Oh, this is unlucky for the defenders. So the Sandstorm is gonna make it a lot more difficult for the defenders to see the long shot approaches. Like it looks like beginners are playing really tight on the objective at this point. We can
SMC Tactical, though, are getting a good push-up on every direction on this objective right now. We can see Smoils, Woods, and Peasley, and Kensai all around the objective.
They're playing really tight on this. They're probably scared that they're going to sneak in fast because of the Sandstorm, so they want to play really close to this objective.
Yeah. It's a good idea in the Sandstorm. So, while players are moving up and nothing is... No, I'm going to take it back because Kensai doesn't realize it, but he's very close to Mr. Beefy. Mr. Beefy out in the open here.
Oh, he's out in the open. He's going to get taken down for sure.
Gets in, gets a kill, gets taken down.
It's good. They're collapsed. They're not actually...
Kensai
they're really aggressive
Smoils,
on
the only 2 defenders left.
And Kensai is close
Now
down.
only Smoils.
It's only Smoils
2
up.
attackers, 1 defender.
So this happened so fast. This happened really unusually fast.
Sorry, Synkie. Sorry to talk over you. We,
No, absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah. This was really fast. Like you would expect. Like SMC is known to be a very explosive team. It's a 1v1. It's a great pick-off by Smoils right now.
Oh, Smoils taking a really risky play and it pays off. runs out into the open, takes down the attacker.
Yeah, Smoltz must know where the last person is at this point. I think he must have heard him. He's going. It looks like the last.
Pancake is rotating around to
aggressor.
get past the I'm sorry to interrupt.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, listeners. It's just stuff is happening so quickly.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
This was such.
And there's a sandstorm getting in our way.
This was an amazingly fast round. Like, you're usually used to teams taking a lot more, taking their time and not being as explosive as they are right now. They're not
Still
like
2 versus 1.
they're not even waiting for beginners to make a mistake. They're just like rushing straight in, get straight to the point. Let's look at Smoltz. What is Smoltz doing? Oh, he's gonna run into. He's gonna get into close contact right now. He's gonna run into Parzival. That is. I think no, actually Pancake. Watching down. So Pancake now knows where Smoltz is playing from. He's just holding the angle, waiting for Smoltz to make a mistake. Oh, and he almost gets Smoltz there, actually. I don't know if they know that there's only one left. It's been a trade here. No. Smoltz is still alive. Defending. He probably knows that there's 2 alive at this point, because they're talking to each other too. Are you with me, Radar?
Yep, sorry, just I realized that I'd advertised it as Globacam versus SMC Tactical, and people keep whispering me going, what?
Right.
What? So I apologize for any misleading links I might have sent out. I'm under the influence of alcohol, so that's a lie. But makes me feel better about myself. So it's a 1 versus 1 situation. No, it's not. Pancakes alive. Jesus! This is going to the last 2 minutes. Smoils, the last defender, and he's got a good position here, but he could easily get flanked. This objective, impossible to cover as a 1-man. Impossible. You have to rely on luck that you're going to guessing the correct directions in which the enemy are going to come from.
It is really hard. And Pancake is actually creeping up on Smoltz right now. Smoltz has a really good position. Oh, and that's really unlucky. Yeah, Smoltz went to check his tablet.
Take game 1.
Yeah. So that's round 1 for SMC.
Round 1 for SMC, a convincing attack, 2 versus 1. It all kicked off very quickly. Lots of people died. It was hard to keep track of. But just a quick spiel before we begin. We've got beginners who are on a 2-0 win streak at the moment. They beat Danglers 2-0. SMC Tactical 1-1 against Silent Purge team. So beginners definitely leading their stage at the moment. Obviously, this is a round 1 against SMC Tactical. SMC Tactical are not a team to be shirked at. They've done very well throughout the league, and they've done very well in the last championship. So it'll be really interesting to see how this goes down. They've taken the first round against beginners on a map that beginners are very strong on.
Absolutely.
What do you say, Sinky? This is your team. How do you feel about that first loss?
They're really they're playing really offensive, which is to be expected on this, as SMC is notorious for being a really offensive team.
Yeah, they did not waste their time. They just ran straight in, cut down Killinger, gone to really, really aggressive positions.
Yeah, Killinger went down really early on this one.
And I have to say, I haven't played beginners quite a few times. Killinger is one of you, especially on Bazaar. Killinger is one of your key, one of beginners' key defense points. So without Killinger there in that key position, it gave SMC. That basically gave up the entire map to SMC, limiting.
Like I think that beginners are really good at kind of how would you say that?
Splooshing. They're very good at sploosh.
They're good at information, I think.
Yeah.
So I think they would be able to deal with it. All right. So it looks like
you think,
round
but without Killinger alive, they limited themselves to just the objective, so they had 0 intel. Realistically, they had no one having eyes on the rest of the map.
That might be true.
And don't forget, there was a dust storm as well, so they had that to contend with.
There was a sandstorm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have the Bazaar objective right now, the North Bazaar objective. So it's gonna be a different objective than last round. So apparently it looks like they're not playing the same, not necessarily playing the same objectives every round.
No, it's a shame. It worked for the first map, and that seemed to be it. Anyway, so we have SMC on defense. You can see here that we've got beginners moving in a 2-2-1 spread, favoring the east side of the map, and we can see that SMC Tactical spreading the defensive line very thinly.
Absolutely. It looks like beginner is going on a strong west side attack on this objective.
Yeah, sorry, west, not east. Sorry,
yeah.
My bad. My bird. As I said, good commentators, not very much intelligence between the two of us. Probably an IQ, combined IQ level of about 73. on a good day.
They're gonna
So,
run
not bad.
into Parzival here. It's gonna be interesting to watch because Parzival is gonna hear them coming.
Oh, check out Pancake. Sorry, switch to Pancake right now.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
got Kensai, and Peasley,
Yeah, sorry.
and Pancake's definitely heard Kensai by this point.
2 seconds.
Pancake must be hearing Kensai. So we're gonna have a situation here. We got 2 players, Peasley and Kensai, next to Pancake. Pancake there, patiently waiting for a movement from him. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, we have Dr. Killinger and Woods scanning around, still on the west side, and by himself. Then that means we have Smoils waiting for a pickoff in the middle of the map. On the SMC Tactical side of things, we have Mr. Beefy just sitting in the doorway, Lando Jordan just coming up some stairs, covering from there, and we've got the Sickness in Central Apartments covering the north side.
Anywhere in the market?
Parzival in a very, very strong defensive position. Pancake still patiently there, doesn't realize Peasley's just 2 walls away from him.
This is gonna be really clutch. I wonder if beginners know if Pancake is pushed all the way up here.
No, I don't think so. Kensai was being very open with his communications, very close to Pancake. Pancake doesn't know where they are. He's just listening, not moving much. Look how close Pancake and Kensai are right now.
They're almost on top of each other. Let's see this. Oh, we have a kill actually from Pancake getting Woods. He barely missed that, but he gets traded out by Kensai, I think.
Unfortunate for Pancake. He
No,
doesn't realize
oh,
how
Peasley.
strong a tactical situation he was in. He should not have gone out into the open like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. He had it. Yeah,
So
he
we
had
have
it.
one down the side, Woods and Pancake down from each team.
They're going like Pancake got 2 kills. No, that's probably from an earlier round. So Pancake got
Yep.
1 kill, and
So just to interrupt you for a second, if you look at the defensive makeup right now of SMC, they've got a spread. They've got more to the east and north than they have covering the west. They've got a single player covering west. However, beginners have 3 players pushing in from the west. So Peasley
Another
taken
kill.
down by Parzival in that fantastic stairs position.
looks
Parzival
like
falling back, having taken counter fire. He didn't manage to kill Peasley though, so Peasley is resible and will get picked up.
he's getting suppressed down though by team beginners.
Yep, Peasley picked up. So that single defender slowing them down at the very least and giving intel to the rest of his team. Will he know that the player he took down has been rezzed? What do you think?
I don't know, to be honest. Just take it away for a minute. I'm just doing some configuration stuff.
Fair enough. We've got Smoils pulling up a very, very sneaky player at the moment. He's gone around the back of the map. Well, not the back. Yeah, he's gone via the south side of the map and has pushed through the building cluster. And he's pushing slowly but surely up towards the objective. Mr. Beefy, quite close to him right now. Switching back to... You guys can't see this. I don't know whether lilSynkie is focusing on it or not. But Smoils is in a fantastic position here. Not much you can do from it, but he could convert it into something very powerful. Peasley, next to... Peasley just below Parzival. Parzival unable to...
He's sneaking past here, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but they know, they're calling it out.
Oh yeah, Parzival knows
Yeah.
he's there. Meanwhile, on the north, we have Kensai pushing
and
up very
Peasley gets
slowly,
taken
looking for...
down. Sorry to interrupt you there, but Peasley gets taken down from the north wall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Was that
No,
Kensai
no.
team killing him?
Oh, that might be actually.
Kensai just got a team kill.
I think-
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Oh, Kensai's gonna be kicking himself for that.
That's
Parzival now
unfortunate.
flanking round. Just realized it's a dead bot. Oh, and
Kensai
Parzival then
drops
takes
too.
down.
Look at Parzival,
Oh
bro.
no, Parzival went aggressive. Took down Kensai. Only Smoils left now. Smoils in a really, really interesting position. Nowhere near the rest of his team. The rest of his team's been wiped out in the meantime.
Looks like Sickness is being very vocal to his team, not letting any information go unnoticed.
Fantastic plays from them. Absolutely fantastic plays.
How's OBJ? Look, landing good. We're good.
Oh, fantastic communication. Great defense.
Yeah.
Parzival
No, I
there.
got it. We're good.
Choosing exactly the right time to go aggressive, whether he knew it or not.
You check your side.
Kensai unfortunately taking down a teammate. That's obviously going to hurt beginners because effectively that took out both of them. Because that meant Kensai then ran out to where Peasley had just come from. Had that not had he not killed Peasley, I doubt very much he would have ran into that alleyway and therefore may have actually picked up Parzival as Parzival ran down. So we'll never know. Different trials a leg of time that we just don't live in. Smiles now pushing up through the market. He's got eyes on the objective. He might get a kill on Sickness. Misses the shot. Mr. Beefy gets him from the flank.
Oh, there we go. That's another round.
Round 2 goes to SMC Tactical. That's 2-0 to SMC Tactical, showing they are not to be underestimated. Beginners, an interesting attack. It fell apart, unfortunately, with Kensai killing a teammate. Smoils having an interesting flank, unable to make anything, get anything from it though, unfortunately. So, round 3, Beginners on attack. Let's see if they can turn this into turn this around, maybe with a cap, maybe with a much more and effectively aggressive round.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the defense. I'm stupid, as I've previously mentioned about 3 or 4 times. Round 3 is kicked off, and let's see what round 3 holds for us. lilSynkie.
So it looks like my spectator cam is actually not working properly right now. Have they started?
Yeah,
no, they haven't started. Right,
no, they haven't started.
Right,
Now they're about to kick off. Round 3, lilSynkie. Who do you think's going to take this round?
Okay. So who is we got beginners on defense right now. So let's see where they spawn. So the objective is bugged for me again. So you need to tell me what objective this is.
So the objective is near the is at the south, next to the Jeep, next to the blue, in between the blue room and the Jeep.
Right.
We've got a spawn from SMC Tactical in the northwest, sorry, and we see beginners here rushing the objective.
Exactly. So it looks like
Wow, look at those aggressive smokes.
Yeah, they're being really aggressive. They want to deny the vision from the north road here. This is really interesting. So
I mean,
like,
they've smoked the entire road. It's crazy.
I think as long as beginners play really tight, it looks like they're playing really tight right now. I don't know, it's hard to tell. This objective is not the worst, but also not the easiest one on this map.
No.
So let's see where they decide to attack. Like, they're really fast. They don't waste any time, so they already have almost final attack positions on this. They have no flankers on the east side. But beginners are playing really tight on the objective.
Look at Cygnus right now. Look at Cygnus. Switch to Cygnus. He's in a fantastic attacking position right now. He's pushed real up, moving very slow now. He's in position.
Look at this. He's gonna be.
They've just lost Lando Jordan. She's gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cygnus. And beginners have no idea how close he is to them right now. No idea at all.
But the thing is, though, they're not gonna know that Cygnus is this close, and he has so much information right now. He can even hear Killinger and Beastly shooting.
He's right. He doesn't know.
He can hear everything.
They don't know. Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, this is a great attack by Cygnus. This is a great decision.
Wow. Okay, now he might get seen by Killinger.
No.
I think Killinger might have made him descend.
No.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
he got
Killinger
spotted. That's a great spot.
That was an odd approach to move up to that window like that and not just poke over and put a bullet in.
Not necessarily. He wanted the information. I think he didn't want to waste this opportunity right now. Because like, if he killed Killinger, then he still would have had to deal with other people. I mean, it's always a kill, but I think he wanted more information.
And all right, fair enough. But that approach going past that window, all those windows, that was the questionable part. He should have doubled back round, gone through the building.
Yeah.
Stayed much lower. Any of the above, really.
Imagine what
we can see now.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
You go ahead. Sorry.
Imagine if he had made it to the stairs outside where Killinger played, and went up there. He would have had such a great position to. He still would have run into Kensai, but anyways, will be a.
But bear in mind, he had a silenced weapon, so he could have reached in, killed Killinger, and still have potentially not been seen. And it's easy victory
round for beginners now. Yeah, it's a good hold. Very good hold by beginners.
Yeah.
So that's
sorry
a
guys.
point for them.
I mean, the attacking team all went down relatively quickly, and it was hard to really focus on those opportunities. But the only real offensive good position there was by Cygnus, who was in a fantastic position. Could have turned that for them, unable to convert it into anything meaningful. Beginners get the first point of the match. So it's 2-1 to SMC Tactical going into round 4.
Anything can happen. Like because beginners are in the Marsoc round right now, so if they get a good objective and get a capture on this, they're suddenly up 3-0, and they have an advantage round after that, right?
Good luck, guys.
So that's why this can be so clutch.
Yeah, and the other thing, of course, being Bazaar, it's just like Suburbia. It's a hard map to defend, and the scores can switch. It can switch so quickly.
Again.
Okay, so the objective is in the West Mini Market. or near the Western Mini Market. We see that SMC Tactical rushing the objective now to get in defensive positions. Beginners spawning very, very far away. We can see they're doing a 3-1-1 split. One beginner heading north, one heading down the street, and 3 heading down the south streets. Interestingly, the defense for SMC Tactical shows that they are favoring 2 people going in a center position, or relatively center position, quite far away from the objective, and we have one SMC Tactical guy covering the north who may get a pickup on, I don't know who that is. It's a really long way away. Killinger, I want to say.
This is Mr. Beefy versus Killinger. It's going to be right here. So this is a long shot, and he has a really tight angle around around this trash can.
Absolutely.
But anything can happen, really.
Looking at beginners right now, they've all moved up to positions. So I love about beginners play. They move up, they stop, they wait. Everyone then takes the time. Can they get a pick off? That's what they're looking for right now. Will the enemy make a mistake? Will they walk out in front of us? Will we see someone? They're happy just to move into those positions and give it a minute or two, and beginners will start moving again up to the next checkpoints.
Yeah, you can see that beginners. I think beginners are really afraid of a flank right here. So this is like the approach you would play if you expect a rush, right?
Yeah.
And SMC is just holding really, really tight. They have one guy that's watching the north for information, and he's calling stuff to his teammate, so they know kind of where to expect. And they're playing 2 players across the road to the east of the west.
What do you think? Can Killinger? I mean, Killinger's in that window. Do you think at that range, Killinger can effectively see? Well, he's taking shots at Beefy.
I think
so.
We'll find out right now.
My question. Yep.
Look at Killinger here. You see what he's doing with his gun. He's holding it sideways to get his head further down, right?
Yep. Great play, great play. He's not converting a kill, but he's adding suppression, and he's pulling attention away from the rest of his team.
Let's see.
We're on the other absolute opposite corner of the map.
Exactly. We have no reaction to this though. Killinger's taking some fire now. He's shooting back. Yep. It's gonna be a really tight shot for Killinger just because. Who was it? Parzival? No, Pancakes?
Beefy.
No, Beefy,
shooting
at. Yeah, because you can see he's like hugging the right corner of this trash can. It's gonna be really. He's actually shooting the trash can right now. He's not even shooting at Killinger. You can see his bullets are actually just hitting the trash can. So he's not putting his aim or putting his barrel where his aim is right now. He's not taking that into account.
And that's fine. He's being very effective here because again, the rest of his team is on literally the opposite corner of the map.
Exactly.
So
but they're gonna have trouble soon now. Like beginners are playing it really slow, but they're approaching approaching the kind of
southwest.
The southwest area, ready for an attack.
Yeah. Can they turn this into anything? I mean, what I'm worried about here now is that we're 3 minutes down. Beginners slowly moving into attacking positions. Now, if SMC just hold this shit together, they should be able to hold this quite fine. Now you can see Killinger has repositioned completely. He's drawn Beefy's attention down to that corner, and now he's completely bypassed it. Exactly. Great play by Killinger.
Yeah, because he still has time. It's not too late. So he realizes that he doesn't want to go for the north approach. He's the only one going to the center here, so Killinger can cause some diversions there and make his presence known, basically, just to kind of divert the attention of the guys playing on the east of the west road and the guy on the north. Then it's only 2 people watching where the attack is going in, so this can be really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how the attention of the SMC players change when they realize this attack.
2 minutes on the clock now. No one from either team down. I said it, and then it changed. As Lando Jordan got killed.
So that's the first kill. That's by Kensai, I think, on the long shot.
Look at beginners push up here. I love it. They've just got great defensive positions. They've pushed up as a team. They got coverage for Smoils. Smoils got coverage for them. Meanwhile, Peasley.
Again, sorry. Like we were supposed to mute all the team chats, but it's not working in this update. So as you can see, team chat 2 and team chat 1 is turned all the way down, but we can still hear them. So that's out of our control right now.
Team defenders, we've got 2 defenders down. That corner conversion by Kensai proving Well, actually, it wasn't Kensai. I don't know who got the kills, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we have 2
Fantastic
kills here. So everyone's actually dead across the road. Killinger and up on the north. Let's look at this. Oh, they're dropping fast now. This is a great attack. Look at Parzival. He's on the
We've got
objective.
Mr. Beefy rushing back to the objective now. Moyles on the objective.
Beefy was the north player. He actually. Oh,
Get
Mr.
the
Beefy. What a great play.
Oh, Smiles goes down before he gets the code in.
It's unfortunate.
You guys,
So it's
So
only
close, but
Parzival
now
left.
Kensai's doing the
Parzival
code.
doesn't realize he's alone. This can be disastrous.
Oh, it's gonna be
Look at
close.
this. Oh, that's
Oh,
so. They got it.
Oh,
No.
wow, he got it
Yeah,
right
they got
before
it.
he
Beginners
died.
won. They got the uplink.
Wow,
That's
Beginners
really clutch.
Bringing it back, 3-2.
Oh my God.
Check it out.
What a turn of events. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely unexpected.
Yeah, because that's what I said. Like it's so like you can convert rounds really easily when you have when you get objective captures like that. Because this was a disadvantage round for beginners, right? But now suddenly they're 3-0, no 3-2 up, and it's first to 4 next round. Is it both?
Pressure is
The
pressure's all over
absolutely
SMC
on.
Tactical,
Yeah,
yeah.
pressure's on SMC for real. So it's gonna be unless they get a successful attack, they're out of the map. It's gone.
Beginners again showing the strengths. I mean,
Yeah,
they played to it. They pushed up. They looked for those pickoffs. They got the pickoffs. They push up so slowly that for the defenders, it's really hard to see them coming. You know, one of the key things the defender is seeing an attacker moving. And I know it sounds obvious, right? You look for an attacker moving, but if they move really, really slowly, it's really hard to see that attack.
So this is so we're in. Yeah, sorry. Sorry to interrupt you, but we're going into the next objective right now. So it
Round
looks like
5.
it's gonna be the
North.
east. Yeah, no, it's the
east
northeast
objective.
northeast objective.
It's a repeat defense.
a
Let's
repeat
see if
defense,
beginners can
right.
hold it this time. Yeah.
Because now it's gonna be interesting to see what they learned from the first round. And do we have a kill already? No. Do we?
Negatory.
Yeah, we have
Killinger's down again.
Killinger again. Same place. So this is going to be really
This
interesting.
will really hurt beginners because this is their intel from killing it down. And are they going to repeat what they did before and lock down on the objective, allowing SMC to push in from all directions? We can see Sickness and Lando Jordan pushing up heavily on the mid-east. Let's say the Middle East. Nope, that sounds racist. The mid-east side of the bazaar.
Yeah.
And also we have 2 SMC Tactical to the north. Having killed Killinger, this gives them free reign to basically do what Globochem did to them, which is now they're in key positions so they can move in slowly. And we see here Peasley covering the North Road, and he might actually get a pickup here. We've got an SMC Ponke edging out.
And Jordan is really close.
Can they see each other?
Look at this, he's
Yes,
so
they
close.
Absolutely can.
He's already inside. This might be
Yep.
catastrophic for beginners. Let's see if whoever's playing in the blue room there sees him first. Oh, he decides
Okay,
to back
Peasley
off actually. He
exchanging
wants
fire.
he wants to play.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, we have another kill. No, actually no. We only we have one down. I don't see what. No, actually it's just a body shot.
Woods got taken down. It was immediately rezzed by Kensai. I don't think I've ever seen a res happen that quickly.
There's more.
Look at Landon Jordan now on
objective
top of Woods. Oh wow! Look at Landon John's here. Look at this attack. He's on top
he's
of them.
on
You
the
don't
objective.
realize
It's
Woods
actually.
got-
If he gets, this can be catastrophic. That's such a
There's
good
two-
play.
What is
Look
happening?
at this.
There's 2 on the objective.
Yeah, he didn't see it
There's 2 people entering the objective.
at the same time. Oh, Kensai saw it. Oh, and he missed the other guy. Look at this.
See Landon Jordan.
Wow.
How is it taking so long to enter this code?
I can't. Yeah, because Kensai didn't see him, and there he
And
goes.
that's it. It's a win.
That's it.
Oh my god,
What
I
a
cannot
round.
believe beginners drop the ball so heavily then. I've never seen anything like that. 2 players meters away from the objective, not
That's
turning around and
such
seeing
an
the
aggressive
2 people
attack.
capping it.
Yeah. So that's 2 for SMC. So that's up to it's 4-3 for SMC.
4-3. SMC take round 1.
Yeah.
1 round to go. That means Globochem aren't at least going to get a clean sweep of every match. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes down. In match number 2, let's see how that goes.
See if we get any intel on what the next map is going to be. It's still undecided. So the resulting score is 4-3 from map 1. And the next map is going to be Suburbia. interesting.
Wow, that was such a crazy ending. Seeing two people putting the code in, and seeing one of them take so long to enter it and still not get shut down.
Exactly, that must have been really
Basically, they
confusing.
still like. I was quite.
So this is going to be the second time we see Suburbia today.
Yep. Second time for Suburbia for this stream. First time we've seen one Bazaar, one Quarantine. What I think is interesting is that we kind of gave it to be. I honestly was starting to root for beginners in the last one. You know, I actually thought they were gonna come away with that with a victory, having got that code entry.
Yeah.
And then SMC turn around and do exactly the same thing back to them.
Suddenly you're there, you know. You can go so fast.
Yeah.
You see, like at this level, like pretty much all the top level games, they have objective captures in there, even though it's really difficult, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it makes a difference. Those objective captures change everything. You get one, that's it. Suddenly you're back in the game, or you've just won it. You've just leapfrogged past the team that were beating.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, what's really strange though is the beginners are a fantastic team. There's no doubt about it, and they are very strong on defense. It's crazy, and it must, you know, it speaks of the level of intensity and pressure that this tournament puts on people. That they were that close to the objective and not checking it.
Yeah. But I mean, they were checking it, but they didn't see it because he got around the corner so fast. That was a great attack.
Well, but two of them.
Yeah.
Two of them were doing it. It's crazy.
How
Two of them were
smart
entering
isn't
the code.
that though? Because they're not going to expect it, right? So if they see a guy
absolutely.
with a tablet on the objective, where they're
Did you know what actually happened there as well? I think that Kensai said there's one of them putting the objective in and then got team killed because someone panicked and Kensai was stood next to the objective.
Right.
I could be wrong, but that seemed like what had happened. That Kensai got team killed, which is kind of ironic considering he team killed one of his guys earlier on. All to play for going into match 2, beginners versus SMC Tactical. SMC Tactical winning round 1. You just joined us. Round 2 now, kicking off very soon. Looking like it's taking a while for this one to kick in, so I'm gonna.
Wait. We're gonna host, but it might actually be.
I'm just gonna talk inanely about my man of the match last time. I guess that would be possible. I have no basis for this other than I saw him do some great plays. And other than that, who can say? How are beginners on Suburbia? Because I know SMC Tactical, this is a strong map for them.
I think beginners are slow on most of the maps. So this is like, I think the most interesting thing to keep an eye on beginners versus SMC specifically is that SMC is a really explosive team, right?
Yep.
And beginners are a lot slower and a lot more, I guess you could say, methodical. But you know, you can see that SMC still knows what they're doing, even though, like, they're not just rushing in and dying. They're really good at finding the right approaches, and they're good at like doing the right smokes and yeah. You can see that they still know what they're doing. So I expect a lot of I expect fast rounds on this small map from SMC. I don't think they will be messing about. But who knows? We can see everything.
We still see slow play from beginners, though. I like beginners play on Suburbia. It might not be classed as one of the strongest maps, but I like the way you guys play this. You know, you move in, use the bushes to advantage. You really really maximize that line across the middle. From what I've seen, you guys like to get against all our bushes, all the way along. Look for those pickoffs through the bushes. Look for defenders poking their heads out. Looking for that double tap in someone's head when they double check to see something.
It looks like we have a rehost here actually. So we are plugging.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So bear with us, viewers. We have to close the game and relaunch it to be able to rejoin the game, which is just great. Not.
All right. All right, so stay with us.
Let me tell you, viewers, you can't appreciate it, but it's actually quite difficult for us to actually get into this, get us to the spectate, because we have to put on our VR headsets to join the game, and then switch to the desktop view. So it's actually a little bit complicated. It's not straightforward. Well, it's not complicated, but it's awkward. And I am now joining the game. I guess, Synkie, you might already be there.
Yes.
One.
Let's see. Yes.
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't.
So it looks like we're gonna have a different map. So that's
6-2.
probably
I
the
think
reason
6
for
people on a
the.
team more than anything.
It's the reason for the rehost.
I'm gonna eat some cereal that my wife left here because she realized she was supposed to be at a Christmas party. I know this isn't really any pertinent information to you guys, but if you wonder why I go quiet and why I'm chewing sometimes, it's because I'm eating some secondhand cereal.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to.
Secondhand cereal coming from a wife near you.
We can hear casters, by the way.
Yeah, I can hear your cereal bowl back there, buddy. Who's eating the cereals?
Actually, I think I found a way that we could mute ourselves in game.
Right, so
Radar.
when you let your little kid eat some of the cereal and they don't eat it all, so you eat the rest
So
of it.
on Sound Manager, right, in Windows, if you right click and
The
then
question is, why do you know
recording
what you're
things,
talking about?
and then you
'Cause
can
I
just
got nieces
disable.
and nephews, man.
I can't hear you in Discord right now. You're muted yourself in Discord, so you need to.
No, I muted it in sound. They shouldn't be able to hear it, but I guess they can.
Alright. I'll see if I can mute mine. Alright, so let's do a deception
Alright.
check. Hello.
Check 1 2. Mike.
Can you hear me in the Can you hear me in the lobby?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear you in the
Clearly.
both.
We
Okay.
can't hear any of you. We want you both to be silent.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
we're
radar?
trying. We're trying.
Yeah, I can hear radar as well.
Alright, I'll try to disable the whole
Oh,
mic. Wait,
no.
see if
Even
this
the
works.
last match, I could hear the murmur of commentary. I couldn't make out what you were saying.
Yeah,
Hello,
you
can you hear me now?
Disable Vive mic in the
That's what I said
devices.
to them. You just go into Windows settings, sound settings, and disable the Vive mic.
I have.
Can you?
I absolutely have.
I
Hasn't
just
made
I
any
just
difference.
did. Can they hear? Can you hear me now? Still?
We can hear you.
Can you hear Syncat still?
Alright, well, it needs looking at again, but alright, good luck, have fun all.
Can you hear Syncat still? Well, it worked for me
It's
then.
actually ready behind us.
Alright. I got it, radar, just by disabling the whole thing. So they cannot hear me anymore.
As long as SMC are ready, we're ready.
Alright, so we're getting into the first round now of
Yeah,
the next
that's
match.
always good.
So this is gonna be quarantine.
Match number 2. SMC versus Global Chem.
I'm going gas station.
Global Chem, beginners.
Beginners.
Did it again.
I'm going gas station.
Alright, so it looks like they're SMC is now defending the gas station, and beginners are attacking. Beginners spawned in the southeast, so they have an opportunity to go for a really fast approach. Let's see what they do. So it looks like beginners are on the fast approach here on the north. There's
It looks
nobody
like
from
a staggered
SMC
approach.
watching for this actually. They're shooting. I don't know if they meant to do those shots, but it doesn't look like SMC is holding a particularly good defense for this one at the moment. Well, they're all focused on the same place, right? So SMC have eyes on. Do we have a player dead already? Yeah, we have. So Ian Jordan just got taken down by what I assume is Woods. Woods has been refragged. Sorry, you were not able to see that. So beginners have been spotted now on the north, playing really really patient. Radar, you have muted yourself again. I'm sorry. Radar, you here? Looks like we have some technical problems with Radar's microphone again. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have one attacker dead by the, defender rather, dead by the ambulance. Mr. Beefy's holding a really good spot right now. Nading, he expects, the nade actually bounces off the wiring.
See, Kensai's got a great approach here. Mr. Beefy, he's gonna get a poke out here, and Kensai might be able to get a pick off on him.
Yeah, it seems like he knows he's there. Maybe not, actually. Oh, and he's out in the open. What is he doing there? That's interesting.
No idea.
That's unlucky for him.
But Kensai punished him for that.
Absolutely. Great play then. It was a good spot. So it looks like it's a 3v3 situation right now.
No, it's a 4v3.
It's a 4v3 actually, yeah. Exactly. It's a 4v3.
Begin.
So SMC should be sweating a bit right here now, actually, because they have not, like, I would say that SMC are in like a last resort
Look at beginners
positioning
play
right
though.
now.
I mean, so defensive.
Yeah.
Even as the attacking team, you see like 2 of the players all the way at the back of the map.
But I would say that is typical beginners. They don't take a lot of chances. I think it's going to be really hard to flank them, and I think SMC knows that. So, like, well, they're where they just tried now, and they got it's a 1 for 2, right? So, and a 1 for 1 favors attacking team. So, so right now the SMCs is at a disadvantage. So they're probably learning this the hard way. It's going to be interesting to see during the game if they realize it and just and try and adapt to it by not pushing too much, or if they actually just want to do it differently. Look at Sickness now
Technical
playing
difficulties. I'll be right back. Sorry, Synkie, take it away.
Right.
Synkie, #1 commentator EU.
Alright, it's Sickness now. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Sickness is probably talking to his team. We cannot hear their team comms anymore, which is good. Beginners playing slow. Kensai still at the same position. Kensai has not moved at all. And it doesn't look like anyone from beginners has actually made a push. They've decided to not go for the north here and go for the ambulance push instead. And they have players all the way in the back here. That's Dr. Killinger, and it's gonna be Peasley, who are keeping their distance, watching for aggressors around the corners.
They will be
playing,
crossing, we can still do. They smoke so they can cross north.
Bonke calling out here to his team that they have smoked so they can cross north. That might be a fake by beginners. I don't know if that's their intention. If this is a fake, it looks like it's working out well, but they have smokes all over the place. Shots towards central burning building right now. So that's actually Sickness has been taken down. Sickness was playing in the central building, the burning building. Is now dead. So it's Parseval left on the objective side. So only Parseval left right now, and Parseval has been dropped. So that's the first round for the quarantine in favor of beginners. By them.
Did I miss it?
Oh, you
Mom.
missed it. So the first round to beginners. Beginners basically watered them out and picked them off one by one. So they tried to go aggressive, but they got punished hard. It's basically the
Dude, that's
recap
just-
of this round.
Well, you know, that just plays to beginner's advantage.
Yeah, it does.
Spread out the enemy, force the enemy to make a mistake, punish them for it.
So that's
I saw it in multiple instances.
Yeah, so like one of because you know SMC is so strong, right, with the aggression. But the thing is, when they're playing, when they're transferring that aggression to their wall grounds, it looks like it's not favorable for them. So we're in the next round right now, and it looks like we have a Marsoc spawn, so that's SMC. Marsoc spawn on the west alley, and beginners are by the motel. It looks like my objective is broken again. but I assume that
Okay, so
they're,
it's in that double-story building.
right. So
at
it's
the
the
back.
east objective, I guess, right? Yeah.
East objective, yeah.
Exactly. So this is a. I'm really interested in seeing what they've learned from this, because this objective it's not the easiest objective to attack, but if you do it right, you can easily get close to this objective, even though the final push is difficult, right? So this objective is really open.
Yeah.
You gotta, when you're in capping distance of it, within the capping range, you have to be committed to the objective, right? So you have to be like committed to the open. There's not a lot of places to hide. Like the objective is supposed to be right here.
Can I interrupt you a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
What the fuck is that defensive position?
What defensive position?
You know the one. Northeast of the map. I've
northeast,
never
that's
seen that
interesting.
before. That's amazing.
What is this? This looks like it's woods on the.
Woods in a really interesting defensive position that I've never ever seen anyone ever do ever in this game, but it makes sense and I love it.
I have not seen this either, actually. Even though I'm playing on this team. This is really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. This is a cool
So
position.
look at SMC's
It's
spread
probably
right now. They've
risky
got
to get here.
a line across. Look at SMC's spread here.
Yeah.
Complete line down the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Trying to play beginner's game against them. They've moved into great positions.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to spread out beginner's defense, but it doesn't work on beginners. They are very static in the defense. Yes, they rotate quickly when the intel's there, but at the same time, we don't. They don't sweat. Beginners don't sweat.
They don't, and I think it's going to be very hard for SMC actually to get through on the. I'm so sorry, I have actually not been showing the point of view for the first 2 minutes on this round on the stream, so I apologize. I will just go through a quick recap. So beginners, the interesting position where we're talking about is this one, which is all the way on the northeast side. So SMC is really spread out on their attack across the map, and beginners is playing really close on the objective. So I'm very sorry about that.
It happens. We're not professionals, and this, unfortunately, is our first opportunity to really get like our teeth deep into these tools.
Right, exactly.
So it's easy to make these mistakes, and it's not like we've been given an opportunity really beforehand to really get used to this. So we're still kind of learning the ropes here, listeners.
Yeah.
Watchers, sorry. So and please forgive any technical difficulties we show. Also, we're not professionals. We are just monkeys with microphones. So, as my uncle likes to say.
That sounds like a savage uncle.
No, he's bananas. So we've got Killinger up in a very, very predictable position up there in the motel, second floor. Now it's a great position. But
it's a great position.
People often. Sorry.
It's a great position, I think, because he can get a lot of information about what's happening on the north, and I think
You can.
the north. Actually, we have a player dead here in the center. That's Kensai, has been taken down by the objective. I wish that we knew. That's probably from somewhere from the north here, because they sneaking in closer.
I'd
So
say
we
it was
see.
sickness.
Yeah, it's probably the sickness. They're throwing out smokes right now, because this is the common way to attack this objective, I would say. I would say from south towards southeast is easier and more common than going north.
Oh,
especially,
you know what? It might have
especially
been
because the
Mr.
hotel is really difficult to deal with.
You know, I actually think that might have been Mr. Beefy from the rooftop through the door.
That might be, actually. Because right now we
Took
see
Kensai down.
SMC has an interesting attack here. So they have 3 people in the north, and they have 2 people in the south. That's 1 kill. That's a good kill by, I think that was Killinger. Yeah, that was Killinger from the north hotel. Getting a kill on the guy on the corner here. So they only have 1 on the south at this point. That's actually, okay, so they kill both on the south. It's good kills by them. So there's only 3 players left on the north approach. Yeah, 1 minute and 40 seconds. What do you think is going to happen?
I think SMC Tactical are going to start falling apart here. They've lost the south push. They've only taken 1 defender out. They've got 1:30 left. They needed to be where they are right now 2 minutes ago, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Parsifal's approach. Yeah, it's a good approach, but a minute ago or 2 minutes ago, it's going to take too long with 1:20 left for Parzival to push up like he's doing.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have enough time to secure. At least there's not going to be a cap in this round, is my call. I don't think they're
But
gonna
look,
get it.
Killinger isn't looking the right way here. They've got a wide open map here if they choose to move with haste. Wood's now repositioning into a more effective defensive area, but still not that great unless he runs a flank. He won't have visibility when this guy's pushing up.
Woods has done a great job now because beginners knows that there's not going to be
Woods
anyone
is going
for
to take
him.
up to BV any second now. Here he comes. Here he comes.
It's a good kill
And
by
he's
Woods. And confirmed. So the last two attackers now are actually, I think both of them are proning towards the objective.
Yep.
That's going to be Pancake. He's not actually proning, but he's in. He's not close enough. There's 35 seconds. This round is beginners by. Yeah, this is a beginners round.
I don't call it out yet. It's not over till Dr. Killinger sings.
It's never over until Dr. Killinger sings. That's very true.
No,
but
man, that guy's
but I
not
don't
singing.
see
He
this
never
happening.
stops singing.
I don't see this happening. 20 seconds. This is smoke. Is not going to do anything.
Oh, that's a great smoke.
I do think
That's
so.
a sarcasm. No,
Yeah.
absolutely
No,
not.
the smoke is not doing anything. And I don't think he.
12 seconds
He
left.
doesn't watch the time.
I mean, what are
They're
they
not
thinking?
aware. They're
10
not
seconds
aware.
left. Look at Pancake.
Yeah, they're
Does
not aware.
he cannot be aware of the time. It's 5 seconds left. What is he thinking?
This basically.
Possible, not moving.
Yeah.
3 seconds left.
This should not.
This is the
happen.
worst way to lose the round as
It
well.
is.
So you
It's
don't
actually, yeah.
lose the round for running out of time. Like that. I mean, you make a last-ditch effort play. You do something. You don't just let the time run out while you're just sitting still.
That was
Disgraceful play
disastrous.
from this team.
It's-
It actually annoys me to see like a team this good do something that bad. I mean, I know the pressure is there. This is the championship, but they should know better. You don't let the time run out without making one last Hail Mary.
Yeah, it shows. Like SMC are a great team. Absolutely, they're an amazing team. But running out of time in top-level games like this should not happen. So it's,
No, I mean,
it's just.
and I
like-
get it does. I mean, you run out of time, but to run out of time with 2 people left,
Yeah.
and both of them alive, and both of them acting like they have another couple of minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw they were quite relaxed. There was no, usually players panic with those last few moments.
Mhm.
Not them. They just kind of chilled out.
Mhm.
Whatever. I'm gonna sit here and relax. I'll let the last few minutes. I don't hear Dr. Killinger singing, so the round isn't over yet. So what's interesting right now is that I'm still on the map, and I'm showing a ambulance objective before the teams get there. Will it be an ambulance objective, I wonder?
No, it's bugged. No, it's gonna be bugged.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's gonna be bugged. You should also say that just out loud now because they can hear you in the back.
Oh god.
So just say that it's bugged. Basically.
Oh god. Oh no! It's moved
Yeah,
again.
it's moved.
It's now in the north. Oh, I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I managed to disable my microphone so they can't hear me talking basically.
No, actually disabling my microphone is what screwed this over. I'm going to reconnect to the game.
Yeah.
Apologize, listeners, because the it's still not a great spectating tool as far as audio is concerned.
You're not in there. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I don't fucking start the round when you're literally.
Well, they definitely can't hear me
ready.
now because I'm no longer in the game.
That's cool.
So, ironically, and I know
That's
the
interesting.
people watching will be able to see this, the reason why they could hear me was because I disabled my Vive microphone,
Mhm.
which meant that it defaulted to my main microphone, which I'm using right now.
Right.
Reconnected.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Which is a great shame.
All right. So you're properly muted now in game, yeah?
I hope so. I'm not reconnected for a while yet, but we'll
Yep.
see. Should be correctly.
Should be fine. All right. So they're starting the next round now. See what objective this is gonna be. All right. So we see spawn on. Gonna go away from that because they're talking. So it looks like they're spawning SMC now. Is spawning on the west side. Beginners are spawning on the north objective. So this is probably actually going to be an ambulance objective. Yes. So defenders are running out a really aggressive position strat, but they get punished. It's the same thing again. Who was that? That was Mr. Beefy this time getting taken out by. I actually can't see who that was. But he gets punished hard trying to go for this what's that called again? Gas station, yeah. Gas station gets punished by the guys in Bolt Courtyard. So we have actually a kill on both Smoils and Ken's side too. I think that was Jordan getting a kill.
Smoils and Ken down now, though.
Yeah. Are they both dead? Yeah, they're down.
Down and out.
So they have one defender here right on top of the objective, which is Pancake. Woods, Beasley, and Killing are left now for beginners. So this is going to be a difficult attack for beginners. They're not favored right now. It was.
Yeah, but listen,
They got the early
three
pitch.
attackers.
Yeah.
3 attackers versus 5 defenders still means the attackers
Four
have a fairly
defenders.
good chance, because as a defender you have to cover certain positions. As the attacker, you have the flexibility of the map. So
Yeah.
you still are in with a good chance, especially now there's only 4 defenders. And
Yeah,
we
there's
see
4.
One,
So there's 3 before right now.
and we see one beginner going all the way around the west side of the map.
It's going to be who's that going to be? That's interesting.
Dr. Killinger.
That's Dr. Killinger. It's on the far west flank.
I would have assumed it was Smoils, but
It's actually
I guess not.
Imagine if they did a full approach. I think there's one. They're having one guy in the central building, which is Jordan. He's probably watching for that approach, so he knows that he's killed 2 people in the north. He's still worried about it, so he expects more, which is Dr. Killinger's there. But the thing is, Peasley and Woods are actually not in this fight at all at this moment. So I think they're devising a plan right now and feeling out the map. They're probably feeling out if they have any rushers, of course.
Wow, look at beginners spread right now. This
Yeah.
is a very, very broken attack from beginners.
This-
I feel like they're struggling to come back from the double loss over there. I mean,
It doesn't look like they know what to do at this point. I think they're just getting information, right? So they're trying to find out about positions and trying to like isolate parts of the map. They still have a lot of time. 3 minutes is 3 minutes and 15 seconds is enough to work with. So I expect a collected attack by beginners, closer to 1 minute. But I don't really expect them getting any kills on SMC, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a shame, because for them this objective is a very easy objective to take relatively. I mean, this is one of the objectives on Quarantine, which is hard to defend and quite easy to attack, because it's in the middle of the map. It's there's so many avenues you can take to this objective. So it's really unfortunate for beginners that they lost 2 people and have lost some momentum with 2 minutes 40. I mean, they are slowly pushing in from 3 different directions, but you have to question how much intel they have and how effective this attack strategy can be, because I mean, when you look at the defense, they are very far back. The defense is way back when you look at SMC Tactical. They got Sickness by the blue car, Parzival near on the other side of the road to the blue car, nowhere near any beginner players, and they've got Overwatch on the objective, so they're not going anywhere. The only thing that could take them is if Woods makes a successful transition across the road, which I think he's been seen doing, maybe not. So now Woods is in a great position now to flank on Parzival and the Sickness. So this attack could actually work out, but I think he's been made because
he must have been called out.
Sickness and Parzival have both rotated round now.
Yeah. They're looking towards Woods. They must have seen him. You can see even the guy on the objective is watching towards Woods right now. But this might be. Imagine if Peasley and Smolt were attacking from the same time from the west right now. Let's see what happens. They're gonna come into contact really soon.
Look at Sickness and Woods
yeah.
about to mono. Sickness has got line of sight, and Woods has no idea. It's taken down.
Great awareness there by Sickness. He's going for the confirm.
Woods giving a last bit of intel before he goes down.
Yep.
And he's down.
It's up on Peasley and Killinger right now. They're aware of the time. Killinger's checked his tablet. So
but with a minute left, again, look at how strong SMC's defensive line is here. I
nice kill by Peasley. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
I still can't see them penetrating though. Apart from now, Sickness has moved out of position.
Yeah.
He's now near the plane wing, which makes sense, the defensive play, but now that leaves Peasley wide open.
See what Pancake is doing.
Across.
Pancake is still on top of the objective, so they're gonna have to kill Pancake in order to get access to this. 40 seconds left. Killinger is still really far away. Actually, this is uncharacteristic of Killinger to be this far away. He's watching his tablet. He's memorizing the code. You can hear him talking to himself. So right now I expect a full-on rush. Yeah, this is gonna be a full-on rush. We're just gonna go balls to the walls right now.
SMC have to assume this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
They've got 2 people on top of the objective.
Yeah, beginners are gonna run out of time. Actually, I think they're getting really close with 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
But this is a really interesting attack.
And okay, so that's 1 down.
Oh, if he does a fast code, he has it. He's got to be really fast. No, he doesn't.
Oh wow, great final second play there.
Yeah, tie play. type play. So that's a round for SMC. So the score is 2-1 now. So SMC get their first score of this map. Beginners are now 1 point up, and they're playing in the favored position. So so beginners are now playing Volk this round. So we would expect a 3-1 after this, but we could also see a 2-3.
Sorry, I apologize, listeners, and lilSynkie. Can you guys hear me in the lobby? I guess not. Which is good. Hey, and I need to tell them something. Hey guys, can you hear me in the lobby now?
Yeah, we can hear you in the lobby now.
All right, I apologize for that. It's actually disabling the headset actually screwed me over, because when I disabled the headset and had to relaunch the game to rejoin the server when you change servers, it then switched the default to this microphone that I'm using because the other one was no longer there. So Vive just went, no, use a different one. Oh. Okay, apologies for that. I've re-enabled my Vive one and now hiding it underneath a pillow again. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, so beginners on the favored side right now. Let's see what objective this is gonna be. So it looks like this is one of the. Ooh, this is the one that that we saw get capped last game. Do you see this radar?
Apologies if you can hear me saying placations to my pregnant wife, but she's out the door, which means I am now able to swear as much as I want, except I won't because I respect you viewers too much. Anyway, we have beginners all over that objective.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, so we see beginners now. Yeah.
If you see beginners now, like check out the defensive positions. Now compare it to what Boss Fight did, and you see Boss Fight drop this objective against this can't be blank. You can see beginners aren't going to be making the same mistake because they have got a great spread around that objective.
Do you remember the positions that Boss Fight used then? How does this differ from beginners?
Well, Boss Fight had 2 people in the north, and they had 1 person further back than Woods, and they had 1 person in Burning Building. They didn't have anyone where Kensai is. Now Kensai is that key piece there, and I'm sure if Kensai goes down, they'll rotate someone around. And again, Peasley in a great position there. He can cover the objective really effectively.
Yeah.
Boss Fight, when they were defending this objective, couldn't do anything like that. Now we've got 1 attacker down straight away. The Sickness is down. Picked off relatively in the open. If you look where Sickness died, it was a really, you know.
Actually.
He died in a really awkward position.
Yeah, he died. Wow, that's actually a bit surprising that Sickness gets picked off right here. This is probably the most open position you can be in, because you're exposed to roof and you're exposed to both stories of the central burning building.
If you look at SMC Tactical's attack strategy right now, they've pushed up on the south near the gas station. They've got 3 guys in position. Now, beginners know that people are there. They can't know how many, and they've only got 2 people covering from burning. So this could be bad for beginners. Even if it's an equal trade, 2 for 2. Ah, look what has happened. Woods went down. So that means, and now Killinger's has gone down.
Down too.
That leaves
That's
this
2
entire
kills.
flank wide open to the objective now.
Exactly. Yeah. They got
You've got
both
1
the
guy on
kills
the
of the
roof.
central building, because they basically surround the central building now, and you see they're actually adapting to. They have beginners have a really interesting defense right now. Who is that all the way in the north west alley? Is that Kensai?
No, Kensai's on top of the objective. That's Peasley now running in towards the objective. They are now collapsing on the objective, realizing the entire south flank is open.
Right.
We've got 4 SMC up. Look, Kensai completely abandoning his defense of the east to lock down the objective, and it's the right move, because even if someone comes up and kills him, it's better that he dies than someone gets to that objective, you know?
Absolutely. But I think this is a really interesting. I think this is a good defense for the beginners for what they have to work with right now, just because they realize that they lost central burning.
I don't know. I agree. Smoyle's positioning is too loose.
Yeah.
With only 3 people left, Smoyle's, I feel like Smoyle's should. He might get a pickup, and that'll be great, but I don't feel it's like making the right move for him.
Yeah.
SMC Tactical, though, still pushing up on objective. They are not taking it for granted that enemy are down.
I think yeah, this is really risky by Smoyles, but maybe risk is what they need. Smoyles is
This is actually, they've left the objective very open
yeah,
right now.
They
Look at the position.
These can actually get capped.
Peasley, nowhere near the objective. Smoils, nowhere near the objective. Kensai, dead.
Kensai is dead. Yeah, they need to get back
The
really
objective
fast.
is wide open. The objective is wide open. Will they convert this? Peasley now charging in.
Yeah, at least he's aware, but he's gonna get picked off.
Parsifal's gonna get. Yep. Parzival gets taken down as he goes to the road.
Oh, and Peasley almost gets.
And now it's a
Smoils.
1-on-2. Suddenly
Yeah.
this is turned against them.
Yeah. They does not. They
Two
don't
on
know
two now.
Smoils is here. Actually, Smoils has. Oh, Smoils might hear this. Oh, he might hear this. Oh, that is so close. It's up to a 1v1 situation.
Wow, what a match. What
What
a
a
match.
round.
What a round. Those final 40 seconds, 50 seconds, just a pleasure to watch. Really great plays from
Yeah.
everyone. Switching
Imagine.
around, Smiles going back to objective, you know, it just really great plays all around.
Just imagine if Smoils got that spray transfer and got both of them. Because he had such a good position there in the end. Like, the thing is, this was dangerous because beginners, I'm actually going to take us back into the game now to watch this. Because beginners left this cap approach wide open for about a minute. So I'm talking about the west side of the wall now, right? So from the center burning house, they could have run straight into the wall, and then they can have capped for a long time because Peasley could not see it, and Smoils and Kensai were too far away. All right, so it looks like it's going to be the same objective. This time we have SMC defending this one. Beginners have spawned in the southeast corner of the map. What are your predictions?
It's a tough one. It's 2-2 apiece, and we've got SMCs so far. Although they've won, did they win a defensive front? They've not been that strong, and beginners' offense has been a lot more reliable, even if it is a 2-2 split right now. Again, I said it, and then unfortunately, straight away, a beginners dies. So I take full responsibility for Wood's death there. Please don't hold it against me, Synkie. But I mean, you cross that road, you're gonna die. I mean, it's a real risky move, and it's only gonna pay off if you're lucky, and I mean like really lucky. I mean, look where he died, in the middle of the street. Mr. Beefy, I believe, punishing that move. I mean, it's a risky move, it can pay off, but even if you make it across that street, that still doesn't leave you in a fantastic place. So I've said beginner's attack was good, but then I just realized last round they lost 2 players. No, I take it back actually. Yeah, both teams have been fairly unreliable when it comes to attack. Defenses have been fairly solid, but the attacks from both teams have been questionable. Look at Beefy's position here now for this defense. How unorthodox is that?
Mr. Beefy's? Let's see.
Yeah. He's slowly pushing up on beginners. It's a very aggressive defense. He's not going balls out flank, but he's pushing himself into a very... I mean, this is just a bad position now. Mr. Beefy is... Look how open he is.
What is Mr. Beefy watching? Wait, this
And he's
is
being made by
friendly and
Kensai now.
friendly, isn't it? Oh. No, this is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. I confused the
Beefy
colors,
could've
yeah.
turned
That
that-
was an... yeah, because this is
Beefy-
what... Sorry, go ahead.
Beefy could have turned that into something special there, but I mean, he overplayed. He overplayed his position. He was out in the open. He had very little cover,
He did.
and he had to think that beginners are going to have some, you know, some map awareness, and that they've only got 1 down. Bad play by Beefy though.
I mean, yeah, because we keep seeing this, because it feels to me like SMC is so used to their aggression on the Morsuk side, which is great when they can tame it, right? But they're transferring it to the Volk rounds. They're doing so many Volk rushes, and it seems like most of them are completely ineffective. And again, no, that's good. Yeah.
Listen, the initial movement of Mr. Beefy was fantastic, but then he walks out into the open in front of the plane wing. And, I mean, if you look at where Mr. Beefy died, they could have had a guy near the blue car, they could have had someone across the street on the corner, they had Kensai on that corner, they have the rocks there, they have the wing there. It's a tactically terrible position to be in where Beefy was. So, I mean, he's an experienced player and probably one of the best that I know of. But, again, simple mistakes, and you can't make against a team like beginners.
I would agree. Absolutely.
Now let's look at this defense. We've got a relatively tight defense. They've basically given up the north,
Yeah.
apart from they've
Imagine.
got 1 guy in the north.
Imagine if
They've got Pone Cake in the north. I take it back.
Oh, wait, did it do?
They do, but he's not showing up on the map for some reason.
Okay. Oh, he does. Wow,
Huge.
that's interesting. Okay.
But
so
they've got a very tight defense on this objective, but that leaves them very, very open to a north, even a roof bypass.
Yeah.
It does, but nobody's bypassing them, and the direction that they're covering is the south, which just happens to be where beginners is. So it's going to be, it's 4 versus 4, and it's going to be real hard for beginners to make that approach. And they don't know what to do. It's 2 minutes 20, and they don't know what to do. Beginners not in a strong position here. We saw them leave it too late to attack in a previous round, which they possibly could have won if they'd left themselves a bit more time. And I feel maybe that we might be seeing a repeat of that unless we start seeing some momentum being gained by beginners. Then, all right, now we're seeing beginners slowly pushing forward, but again,
this is classic beginners, right? And the thing that's dangerous about this is last round, SMC, this was the same objective, but SMC got 2 magic picks by both of the guys in Central Burning Building, right? Because when they're out there scanning for information, they are actually really exposed, right? So if that happens again, and they're actually getting close to
Kensei crossing the road in the open now. Sorry, it's about to kick off. Kensei getting a grenade in now on the objective.
Killinger's down.
And a great grenade from Kensei then takes out Sickness. Parzival now is going to run out.
This. Oh, that's such a good kill, because this is exactly what they need.
That was Sickness calling for a res.
Yeah, and now we see, because Sickness barely managed to call that, so we're going to see Pancake running as fast as he can back to the objective right now. Ian Jordan is on the objective.
Kensei, check how close they are.
Yeah, they're really close.
Oh, no, what's happening?
What is this?
What is
He's
this?
trying to knife. We have a knife battle. Oh, and he gets a knife. That's amazing. I think they traded.
Oh my good god, what just
They
happened?
traded. They actually traded.
They knifed each other.
Yeah. That's a knife trade. That's
What
amazing.
The fuck?
And Pancake is
I've
actually...
never seen...
That is
They
so
both
weird.
emptied an entire mag around each other and then knifed each other. I've never seen that before. Oh,
Look
it's
at
looking bad.
this.
Wow, it's over.
Look at Smoils.
Take it.
Oh. That is such a good attack. So it's 3-0 now.
If Lando Jordan had killed him, he would have been able to pick up Sickness, and that would have changed everything. But it wasn't to be. What the shit just happened?
Holy Jesus. Scrooge to Gooch.
What the fuck? Kensei, guys, what the fuck was that? I've never seen something like that in a game ever. That was insane.
Yeah, and I
think he did the same to you.
I ran directly into him, I charged him, and then he couldn't shoot, and then we both tried to get our knives out. I continually failed, because after the update, you just can't grab things off your body when you're running. So we were both running, trying to get knives off our shoulders. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was great.
Well, you witness a historic moment in Onward playing in championship level. 2 players a meter away from each other, unload a magazine each, fail to kill each other, and then panic, switch the knives, and then knife each other. I don't think I've ever seen 2 people knife each other in a championship game.
Yeah. I have never, I haven't never even seen 2 people knife each other at all. Like in the same game tick. That's crazy.
So this now gives beginners the 3-2 advantage, and they're on defense. So SMC Tactical have got the work cut out for them.
They have. So you would expect this to be a 1-1, right? So you would expect SMC to go away the first map and beginners to go away with the second map. This is also an interesting revenge for beginners, because in Season 1, we also saw beginners versus SMC in the semi-finals, which I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I think your Quarantine was the decider map.
It was. It absolutely was.
And that time SMC took it away with a victory.
Yep, and they got a cheeky cap, if I remember correctly. They got a cheeky cap against beginners.
Yeah, I remember that. They got a cap. So so this is the first time we've seen an official match, I think, SMC versus beginners on Quarantine. So it's
Which is just great. It's a shame in the league, but also part of the beauty of the championship is that you have such good teams across the pond from each other that, you know, are in separate leagues now in Season 2, which is a shame unto itself. But what it does mean is that you get these great teams that basically don't face off each other for an entire season and only meet in the championship. The play styles to each other are relatively unknown, different tactics, but all fantastic players, all experienced, all with, you know, their own specific ways of playing that the other team, for each other, they have no idea how the other team plays. And it's something that wasn't true in the first season, because in the first season, beginners were also in the US League, and therefore would have faced off against SMC.
Yeah. So
so it's really. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. So all the European teams were, I think. No, actually, that's not true. There was only beginners and boss fight in Season 1. We're playing in the American League 2.
Yeah.
So there was there was 2 leagues. There was double games for the 2 top European teams. So so beginners and boss fight faced each other off every week, and so they got a lot of practice, and then they played all the other teams in the other league from the American League as well.
So apparently we're being told we should swear. At which point, buzz off, you silly chicken pooper. I don't know what's happening right now. People aren't. The game, they're still in the lobby. I guess someone's gone to get a drink. Maybe they've fallen over and can't get up.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Let's speculate, Synkie. What's probably happening according to you?
I think I'm just gonna say like something really socially not acceptable. So I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself.
I think the Killinger is singing. I think that like right
Really?
now, Killinger is serenading the lobby, and you know they're taking a moment out. It's a very stressful game, and again, Killinger has an amazing singing voice. I think he's just fucking laying down one motherfucking shit-ass beat. That's the only time I'm gonna swear. I just had to get it out there. But I think Killinger is like dropping some
Fire
tones.
beats, yeah, dude. But that is actually the case. I don't know if you've seen the beginners team music video. Have you seen it?
Legendary.
Have you seen
Over
it?
7 million. Wait, is this a real thing?
It's actually a real thing.
No.
Yeah. Beginners have a music video, a team music video.
No.
Directed
link it
by
in the,
Smoils and.
Oh, link it in the in the stream so people can watch it, because they're gonna have to watch it.
I'm gonna
watch
have
it.
to ask permission from Smoils first.
No, fuck it, just do it. Do it.
No.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna. I don't know if it's public or not actually, but it's a great video. It's a great laugh.
God damn, I need to see this video now.
Yeah.
You can't just drop something like that for a viewership and then say, oh, but you can't watch
It's a
it.
teaser. It might be okay. So this is a teacher.
It's like saying like, there's a Peasley Mr. Beefy sex video, but you guys don't get to see it, and you have to
Exactly.
just take my word for it. It exists.
Okay, but you have my word. I'm gonna ask Smoils for permission for this, and I'm gonna play it after the next match. So we have to. Not this match, but the third match of the day. We're gonna do an outro.
Wait, no, you
with
have
that
to play it
music
after
video.
this. You have to play it after this. Come on.
I need permission first. So, but if we get
But
that,
get the
then it's
permission.
happening.
They're waiting in the lobby. Go get that permission, kid. You go, Synkie. I believe in you.
Oh, we
Come
can
on,
do it after the
Synkie.
game. We can do it
I
after the
believe in
game.
you, Synkie. Come
But
on,
it's a
come
great
on,
video.
baby.
It's a great watch. So, we're just gonna, we're just gonna tease them a little bit more, see what happens.
Alright.
You know, maybe not. But I would say it's an amazing music video.
Oh, it's kicking off. It's
kicking
happening.
off. All right,
It's-
so
I
next
think
round now.
Something's happening. I feel movements down there. Something's happening in my trousers. All right, so we've got a ambulance defense now by beginners. Again, as previously stated, this is a hard objective to cover, and beginners failed to take it against SMC. Let's see if SMC will return the favor and fail to take it, or will they push in and drop beginners? It's a very powerful spawn for SMC here. This is really, they can get heavily, very quickly into very, very, very advantageous positions. Look at them. Look at where they are right now.
Yeah, because SMC are attacking right now, right? No.
Yep,
Yeah, they
SMC
are. Yeah.
attacking.
Oh,
They
we're gonna have a close
stopped
competition
it.
already. That's one confirmed kill, and he's not even. Oh, he's been traded off. So that's a 1-for-1. That's an aggressive ball push. Actually, that's a 2-for-1. That's
Yep.
great by Smoils there, because the thing is, like, you need to get two kills
Listen,
for
it's
this to pay off.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely
so
crazy.
fast.
Again,
30 seconds into
this is
the
a
round.
repeat of what happened. Yeah, 30 seconds in, we got 3 players down. It's pretty much a repeat of what happened to beginners when they lost 2 of a 3-man squad, except that.
behind the glass building.
Ooh, look at Kensai here. Kensai's gonna pick off Lando Jordan at this rate. Or not. Kensai doesn't know he's there, but he's sweeping. Lando Jordan in a okay position here, but he's in a hard position. If he gets a grenade and he can grenade Kensai, oh, what is it? Watch this. Look at Kensai right now. Lando Jordan and Kensai. It's about to kick off.
Oh, this is close. Good call. Oh, this is so.
They're doing
Look
the
at
same,
them. They're
it's the
still
same
alive.
two again.
Oh
Oh my god,
It's the same
God.
two. These guys are
Wasn't that
dancing
the same
with
people?
death.
Just dancing
Yeah.
for 2 rounds in a row.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Dance partners, I've not seen like 2 dance partners this legendary since Killinger and Viper in 1997. Homecoming prom.
This is amazing. Yeah, they're just going
Wow.
to town. Like, they've taken dance classes together, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally
Did you see how
hugging it out.
choreographed that was? There's no way
Yeah.
that was an accident.
Yeah, that was pure ballet, dude. It was awesome.
So we've got 2 defenders down, 2 attackers down, and you have to look at SMC's positioning here. They've got a real nice flavor going on. And now Mr. Beefy's pushing up. They've got 3 guys in the mid, near the objective. Nobody covering it. We've got, look, you got Peasley not in any position to stop them. You've got Woods on the objective. He has to stay on the objective. And then you've got Killinger all the way out there covering a back approach. But if they're ballsy and they go for that objective, they're going to get it.
Yeah, but this is
They've
a
only
great...
got Woods to...
Yeah, but this is still a great position by Killinger. How many players do they have? Beginners have 3 players up right now, so it's a 3 versus 3. Killinger is giving his team a lot of freedom right now, right? Because he's gonna deny everything around them.
Actually, and if you look at Peasley's positioning, it's actually really good as well, because he's... Oh wow, look at this, look at this. We've got Lando Jordan pushing up real slowly onto the objective here.
Oh, but he takes down Peasley. That's a good spot, and now they're in trouble. And now they're collecting up the
Beginners are in a lot of
objective.
trouble.
Woods is the only one close right now.
Oh, Killinger!
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, that was Killinger's kill. Absolutely. Alright, and they call out one in center burning, so they know that Pancake is a little bit away there. This is not too bad.
Great kill from Killinger though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 2 versus 2 right now.
Wow, that was intense. If Killinger hadn't converted that kill, we'd have a very different story going on right now. Right now we see Mr. Beefy checking corners now. He's not going to be seen unless Killinger makes a sweep round. Woods just sitting on an objective like he needs to. Pancake afraid to move out at the moment.
Understandably so.
I'll tell you what, that was a weak play. I mean, that was a great push up by Lando, but a weak play by his teammates. They didn't really give him any coverage. They didn't move up with him, and they didn't turn his great push into anything. Instead, he pushed him by himself, got killed. Fine, he got a kill, but it means the rest of the team weren't in any position to make use of that. And as attackers, you really need to consolidate, and that's one of the great things and things I hate about beginners, is that when you see one beginner attack, they all attack. You know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's like a blitzkrieg. It's like there is no let up. Everyone fires, every position. Not SMC Tactical.
You see, where is
Look at Pancake.
Pancake's friends? Pancake's friend is by... What is he doing there? He's way too far
Look at
away.
Woods. Look at Woods' position here. Woods is going to gun down Pancake. There's no doubt about this.
You
Oh,
would
it's a
expect
trade!
that.
It's a trade!
It's a trade. As long as Wood can call it.
The
Woods,
reactions that
Woods
Pancake
is not
needed.
dead.
Woods and Pancake still alive.
None of them are dead, so they're both going to be able to call it to their teammates. Killinger is
But
running
Mr.
back
Beefy
to
is
the...
not. Again, Mr. Beefy's running away.
Look at this. Yeah. If Mr. Beefy had peeked that... Oh, and he gets a revive on Woods. That's really good. Let's see what Mr. Beefy is going to do with this.
Nothing. Mr. Beefy ran away from, like, I don't know what, the other guy couldn't reach his microphone.
Yeah.
And when they don't realize there was only one defender up at that moment, Mr. Beefy did not consolidate again on what could have been a really devastating moment for beginners.
But you know what? Imagine if Mr. Beefy had not fired that shot and he had got unnoticed to the to the north alley, right? To the north dunes.
No.
He might have easily been able to take a double kill from Killinger's old spot, right?
But look at this. Look at this. Woods' back is sticking through the wall. So is his legs.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is really
But
unfortunate.
Mr.
right
Beefy
there.
isn't seeing this.
Where is Mr. Beefy?
Mr. Beefy is watching. He's watching a corner. If he just goes around the corner, he's going to get a free kill.
Oh,
And
no,
now he
Woods.
moved.
Oh, but Woods put up. Oh, look at that timing.
Oh,
Look at the timing.
wow.
Oh, but Mr. Beefy
And
comes
that's
down
over, it's
here.
over.
And Woods knows. Come on. Whoa! Mr. Beefy clutched the round. It's a 3-3.
Woods is reloading. Oh,
Wow.
no. Mr. Beefy clutches it. Wow.
Amazing
what
play by
rounds
Mr.
we are having,
Beefy.
guys.
What a round.
Pleasure. 3-3. I mean,
Holy Jesus.
it's just amazing. Really enjoying this.
Wow. Amazing play. So that's one more round for SMC. So it's 3-3 right now.
Wow,
so
really just a pleasure to be casting this match. Just really, you don't know where it's going. Great plays from both teams. Unexpected drops, unexpected kills, unexpected outcomes. Man, I just like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that was an amazing
I mean,
round.
you don't like it.
Like I feel actually more disconnected than I would think when I cast this. So I actually don't have any feelings, but I'm sure I will have later. All right, so they're getting into the last round right now. It's 3 versus 3, and we're gonna see what objective is this.
Did you capture that knife fight, by the way?
Yeah.
Like, did you watch it? Excellent. That's fucking fantastic. All right, so we have an objective, burning building objective. No, that's not true. We have a courtyard objective, or quad, or whatever you want to call it, objective. See Mr. Beefy now passing the objective, just in case it's bug for you still. We can see that beginners have a central eastern spawn, and they are rotating around to the north at the moment by the motel.
Look at Parzival's position. It's barely too late to spot them going north right there. Because Parzival's
No, but
watching the
still
north road right now, but he didn't see them because he went there too late.
No. Yeah, he did. And Pancakes in a strong defensive position here. But against 5 beginners, I mean, the best he's going to be able to do is maybe kill 1, maybe 2, I would assume. But the best thing he could do is keep low and relay information. Now look at beginners' playstyle here. Again, they sit at motel waiting for someone to show. They aren't rushing. Taking the time. They'll go when it suits them. Taking the time, looking for any situation to open themselves up.
Alright, so let's analyze the defense here. We have one side on the objective, so it's a Vol Courtyard objective, which is Sickness, and we have, they're basically just playing close, right? And except, apart from who's on the roof?
Pancake.
Pancake, yeah.
Now look like the beginners are going to do a northern push. Now even if they do a northern push, look, they can't see anyone. None. Okay, now SMC are repositioning, but a moment ago SMC were not visible from the north.
Look,
and you have to punch through that to get there.
Look how slow they are, though, beginners. There's 2 minutes has passed already. They've spent 1/3 of their time. They're still in their spawn area, right? So
Pretty much.
So they're not taking
they're a bit
any
north of
risks at this point.
They're a little north of the spawn area, but you know, ultimately. Wow, there's not really much going on right now. So I guess any moment now, beginners are gonna. All right, so beginners are very slowly pushing up. Again, they take the time. They've got 4 minutes left. It's not too bad. They you know, none of them are dead. That's the main thing. They haven't been seen. They've still got a good, advantageous approach, and SMC have zero idea where they are.
Absolutely. Look at what beginners are doing now. It looks like they're starting on their north push, taking everything really slow. They're afraid of people hiding behind the van and the tank, so they're just going 1-on-1 right now, cover for cover, playing this really slow and methodical. Calling out whatever they see to their teammates. Pushing together. You can see they always run at the same time. They never, like, unless they're going 1-on-1 for cover, they always like push like a wave, like you can see is happening right now. There's no, there's just no rogue players on beginners, right? They're so collected, so synchronized, and they're gonna.
Well, apart from Smiles.
Apart from
Smiles is always the wild card. But you need a wild card, otherwise, you know. Now look at Pancake. He's surrounded. And he doesn't realize.
Oh, that's a great shot, but he gets traded really fast.
Yep.
Look at the speed on
wait,
that.
It was Smiles. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't Smiles who's the wild card. Smiles was the one who went down. It's Peasley who's the wild card in this case.
But look at how fast they traded each other, though. Like he just got 2 bullets off. Like fortunately for Mr. Pancake, he got the first kill, but he had no time to transfer that at all. He got traded out immediately.
Great reactions from both players. Great reactions.
Absolutely.
Milliseconds in it either way.
So beginners are taking over the roof right now. Not even confirming that kill. Taking fire from the Vol Courtyard. That's a long shot. Who is that on the Vol Courtyard? Can you see?
No.
Who's this? I think this is
Vol Courtyard.
yeah.
Sickness is on next to the objective.
Sickness and Jordan. So they know they're on the roof.
Jordan's in a building to the west. He's got a good line of sight from there, not much of him visible, and he can get some pickoffs, maybe. We've got beginners realizing they've got a minute 30 left and they're nowhere near the objective, so we might see some reckless play by them. They've taken too long to get this far. I mean, don't get me wrong, beginners are great at the push, but sometimes they leave it too late, and now we have a situation like this where, okay, I take it back, they're now near the objective, but they've had to move very haphazardly and could have got taken down quite easily if somebody covering that road, which fortunately for them, they haven't. 3-3, 1 minute left on the clock. Whoever wins this round. Wins the match.
Parsifal gets taken out actually, so it's a 4v3 right now actually in favor of beginners.
Yep. Beginners now pushing near that objective.
So Beefy gets. Oh, that's a trade. That's actually a trade. So that's a 1-for-1. No, I think
Sickness still alive though.
No, it's actually not a. Not a
Just
trade.
Lando Jordan, the only one left alive now.
Yeah,
it looks
and beginners know. Beginners knows. Look at this.
Lando Jordan should be getting Sickness up right now, but it's not happening.
Alright, so there's 40 seconds left. Beginners are planning a final attack on this objective. They don't have much time. They need to find this kill or get the objective capture. Look at Jordan.
Lando
Scaring
gets
him
him
right
up.
now.
Lando gets him up. It's going to make a big difference. He didn't get him up.
Oh,
Down.
he gets one kill. Oh, and he gets shredded out. And that's the game. That's a map for beginners.
That is game.
That is game. Wow.
Wow.
So
What a
1
match.
point- what a match.
4-3 to
Absolutely.
beginners. 1 point each. Fantastic games. Fantastic games.
Fantastic
Hats
games,
off to both
absolutely.
beginners and
Yeah, yeah.
SMC for providing such an entertaining game to watch.
Absolutely.
Good fucking
One round
game,
apiece
guys.
with
yeah.
equal scores, actually, I think. 4-3, 4-3, both way.
Let's
both
hear
ways.
what they have to say in
Nice
the
one,
lobby.
boys.
Good job,
That's
buddy.
fine.
Good training with you.
Nothing.
See you later.
Oh, good job. Okay,
Excellent
some
game.
good sportsmanship going on there.
I'm out of breath.
Oh, they look exhausted right now. All right, so that's the map. We were actually looking at the wrong this one.
Whew. Intense. Too intense. Too intense.
Too intense for us.
Not 3 people in a tent. What do you get when you have more than 1 person in a tent, but less than 3? It's too intense.
Ah ha ha! Sick memes.
Ah! What just happened?
what-
Did
what?
we just become best friends?
What?
Um,
All right, now great games. What do you think? Like, do you have anything else to add in for these 2 maps?
I think we saw some haphazard play from both teams. We saw SMC's defense falling apart in the last one. We saw some great plays, but what we did see was beginners react quicker than SMC. You know, when one person goes down or something happens, we see beginners rotating, getting in positions. We don't see the same from SMC Tactical. So what we can take away is that skill aside, beginners are definitely better at communication and better reacting. However, what it does show is that, they aren't infallible. They lost the first round to SMC, and then took the second one. But even then, it was tight both ways. And it wasn't because there was one team was better than the other. It could have gone either way both times. But what it does show is that SMC has a good team play lineup and have a lot of skill. But in my opinion, from what I just saw then, they lack a little bit of communication, and they lack that. There were so many opportunities for SMC that they didn't take. Even though, again, Mr. Beefy won that round, his reaction to his teammate being down but still alive and being able to feed information was lackluster, especially when there's only 2 defenders left. But we didn't see that from beginners. When beginners take someone down or someone is down on beginners, we immediately see the rest of the team react accordingly. There you go.
There we go. I think that's a good analysis.
There you go.
All right, so I think we're gonna shut it off now for while we wait for the 3rd map to get on. So we'll take a break and we'll come back with the last game of the night. So we'll catch you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. It's gonna be a great match.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. No, it's gonna be a good match.
Maybe. We don't know who we're cussing, but it could be bad. But
could.
it's going to be good, though.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. All right, I'm gonna roll the outro and we'll catch you guys later.
I know you could get me if you wanted to. Look, I hate lying here looking at birds all day. I'm not a bird watcher. If I want to be a bird watcher, I would not have joined the military. And we end up in military land in some desert shithole, deserting thing. Oh god, quickly.
I'm breathing in and breaking down. I feel my time is running out. The fire in my heart will burn me to the ground. I did my part, I tried my best. The things I'm fighting to protect always shatter into pieces in the end. Oh, I'm broken and I'm barely breathing. I'm falling 'cause my heart stopped beating. If this is how it all goes down tonight, and this is how you bring me back to life. This is what it's like when we collide. And this is how you bring me back to life.
me down. We're good.